Being an undrafted player in the NBA makes it almost impossible to get on a team, let alone become successful. For some, it means taking their talents outside of the biggest basketball league and play overseas, but for many, it means their dreams come to an end. And in the case of Caleb Martin, he's excelled with the limited opportunities and has become one of the best players on the court for the Miami Heat. In this video, we're going to talk about how hard it is to be an undrafted player in the NBA, who some of the best players are, and then why Caleb Martin might just be the best to ever do it as an undrafted player. If you're interested in more sports talk and trending news, give us a like, follow, and subscribe for more. Plus, we want your take on this. Do you think Caleb Martin is the best undrafted player, or is there somebody else that takes this award? Now let's get started. So why is it so hard being an undrafted player in the NBA? Well, it comes to three main things, which are limited opportunities, the competitive landscape, and overcoming perceptions and stereotypes. For limited opportunities, unlike players who are drafted, undrafted players do not have the same level of visibility and exposure coming into the league. They often have to work harder to gain the attention of NBA teams and earn a spot on a roster. Plus, with only 60 draft picks each year, there are a limited number of guaranteed opportunities for players to even enter the league. Number two is the competitive landscape. The NBA is filled with highly skilled and talented players from all over the world. Undrafted players have to compete against established veterans, former draft picks, and international players who may have gained experience and recognition in other leagues already. Standing out among such a competitive pool of players can be challenging. Overcoming perceptions and stereotypes. Undrafted players often have to overcome the perception that they were overlooked for some random reason. They need to prove themselves and show that they actually have the skills, the work ethic, and determination to succeed in the NBA. This can be a mental and emotional challenge, as they may face doubts about their abilities constantly and have to prove themselves on and off the court. So who are some of the best undrafted players so far in the league's history? There has been several undrafted players who have made a significant impact in the NBA throughout its history. Number 1, Ben Wallace. Ben Wallace is widely regarded as one of the greatest undrafted players in NBA history. He had a remarkable career as a defensive powerhouse known for his shot blocking and rebounding abilities. Wallace won the NBA Defensive Player of the Year award 4 times and was a key contributor to the Detroit Pistons' 2004 championship team. He was also a 4-time NBA All-Star and considered one of the best defensive centers of all time. Number 2, Udonis Haslem. Udonis Haslem has had a long and successful career with the Miami Heat. Despite going undrafted in 2002, Haslem, known for his toughness and leadership, has been a key role player for the Heat, helping them win 3 NBA championships in 2006, 2012, and 2013. He has been a consistent presence for the team for over a decade and is highly respected for his contributions both on and off the court. And no surprises here, being a member of the team that picked up Caleb Martin's contract, showing that they have a keen eye for talent. Number 3, Brad Miller. Brad Miller went undrafted in 1998, but managed to have a productive NBA career as a skilled and versatile big man. He played for several teams, including the Sacramento Kings, Indiana Pacers, and Chicago Bulls. Miller was a 2-time NBA All-Star and known for his excellent passing ability as a center. He averaged double-digit points and rebounds for multiple seasons and was highly regarded for his basketball IQ and versatility in the front court. These players served as examples of undrafted players who not only found success in the NBA, but had also made significant contributions to their team and the league as a whole. Now let's move on to why I think Caleb Martin has already shown more promise than all these players.
I think that everybody sees what he's doing in the games, but the real work is done when he's in the gym by himself with his trainer. All the countless amounts of reps to prepare him for this moment. He doesn't shy away from it. Like so many guys on our roster, they never shy away from the big moment. We love them for that. We want them to continue to be that. And he's been huge for us. He really has been. He's kept us in the game. He's won us some games on both sides of the floor. I mean, if he ain't showed y'all now, he's going to be in this league for a long time.
He's been able to stay on a team that is in the NBA Finals, defeating other top teams such as the Boston Celtics and Milwaukee Bucks. These are not easy teams. What we have seen is that he consistently improved throughout the last couple of years and is now skilled enough to go offensively and defensively toe-to-toe with some of the best. He displayed a solid three-point shooting ability and demonstrated his defensive skills by providing high energy and effort on that end of the court. And not only can he be a 3-and-deep type of player, he's also been the main ball handler for the Heat during stretches of time. So not only can Martin be a strong defensive and three-point shooter, he's also shown that he can lead and generate touches for other players. This type of skill set shows that Caleb Martin is potentially better than the other three players we talked about above, and it's clear that many expect a big payday from the young budding star, as he's currently only on a 3-year $20 million contract with the Miami Heat. The last thing is that Caleb Martin is already at the top of the league in terms of competition, and he's shown to shine in that role. If Jimmy Butler and other players on the Miami Heat are struggling, you can rely on Caleb to get him a bucket and start going off. He's also had the experience of being in the NBA Finals twice, once in 2021 where he didn't get a large playing role, but again in 2022 where he's shown flashes of taking over the game. With his work ethic, experiences, and talent, it wouldn't be a surprise to me that Caleb Martin gets a huge raise once his deal with the Heat ends. In addition, he'll be the focal point of any rebuilding team looking to sign someone who can play the 3-and-D role but can also take over games and handle the offense. The sky is the limit for this player, and as a fan, I'm just excited to see what kind of future is in store for Caleb Martin and how this changes the culture around undrafted free agents. As always, it's a blast making these types of videos and highlighting certain individuals in the NBA who deserve it. Let me know what you think about Caleb Martin and if there's any other undrafted players that we should do a highlight on. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, we'll see you on the next one at Sport Trending.